right, we're moving on. Beth participated in a triathlon that consisted of swimming, bicycling, and running. Her finishing time is shown below. So she finished all three of those events in 12 hours and 12 and 2/3 hours. That's how long it took her to complete that. That is a very long time. If she completed the swimming portion in 1 1/4 hours, so 1 1/4, the bicycling in 6 1/3, how long did it take her to complete the running portion? So what we have to do is we have to add these two together, and then we're going to subtract it from the total time. I'm going to change both of these so we can get a denominator of 12. When I add those together, my whole number is 7 and 7/12. And now I'm going to take my total time, which is 12 and 2/3, and subtract it by that. But before I can do that, I have to change the bottom number to 12. So to do that, I'm going to multiply 2/3 by 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. 8 minus 7 is 1. 12 minus 7 is 5. So I get 5 and 1/12. You need to be checking your hints. Check your hints. They help. Okay, Raja claims to add two fractions with unlike denominators. First, you need to determine the smallest number that is a multiple of both denominators. Then, change the denominators in both fractions to keep the numerators the same. What is incorrect about his claim? Let's read these up. They do have hints here for you. So, the numerators will change when you convert each fraction to an equivalent fraction after finding the LCM of the denominators. That is what is incorrect about his claim. Okay, moving on. A recipe for bread calls for 3 1/2 cups of flour, 1/8 cup of salt, and 1 1/4 cups of milk. What is the total amount of ingredients? So I'm going to add these all together. And as I'm writing them, you'll see that they all have different denominators. But I can change 2 and 4 to be 8. So I'm going to multiply this one by 4. And my fraction changes to 4/8. I'm going to multiply this one by 2. My fraction changes to 2/8. So I have 1/8 plus 2/8 plus 3 4/8. So my whole number is going to be 3. My denominator is going to be 8. I have 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. So 3 and 7/8. I think I forgot something. Oh, right here. 1 1/4. So I need to add that 1. So this is really going to be 4 7/8. That's why it's important that you read better than I am reading right now. Part B. Explain the process you use to answer the questions. So select everything so I added the amounts of all three ingredients together. I did that. I did not subtract the amount. I found equivalent fractions using the LCM. Because I was adding, I found the LCM of the denominators. I think that is it. There we go. Next up, a gasoline tank holds 12 1/2 gallons of gasoline. If there are 5 1/5 gallons of gasoline in the tank, how many more gallons can it hold? We're going to be subtracting here because I need to find out how much more it can hold. So I have 12 1/2 minus 5 1/5. I'm going to change them to have a denominator of 10. If you can't see that, you need to be studying your multiplication facts. My denominator is 10. 5 minus 2 is 7. 12 minus 5 is also, 5 minus 2 is 3. I added instead. So 7 and 3/10 is your answer. Okay, now we're down to the straightforward problems for you. I have 5 and 1/3 minus 2/9. I need to get a common denominator, and I'm going to make that 9. So I have 5 and 3/9 minus 2/9. That's going to be 5 and 1/9. Next, I have 11 and 2/7 plus 6 and 1/2. I'm going to change that denominator to be 14. So I have 11 and 4 over 14 plus 6 and 7 over 14. 11 plus 6 is 17. Our denominator is 14. 4 plus 7 is 11. So I get 17 and 11 over 14. And our last one, I have 2 and 1/2 divided by 3/4, and you're going to be happy because it's division, so you don't have to find a common denominator. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, so I have 5 over 2. Division changes to multiplication, then we're going to flip. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 4 twice. 5 times 2 is 10. 1 times 3 is 3. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to change it to a mixed number. Lots of you can probably do this without writing this down, and go for it if you can do that. Get 3 and 1/3. Hopefully you're doing a better job at circling your answers than I am, so you can go back and see them on your paper a lot easier. And that is it. You are done with On Your Own for Module 3 lesson.